Most people will step into 2026 carrying the same emotional baggage that already destroyed their past. The same toxic relationships, the same self-sabotaging habits, the same weak, undisciplined mindset. Marcus Aurelius warned us. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. So ask yourself, why are you dragging dead weight into a new year? 2026 is not about adding more to your life. It is about cutting what is silently killing it. And in this video, you will discover things you must remove if you want power, peace, and unshakable self-respect in 2026. Before we dive in, I want to share something personal. I get a lot of messages from people who feel surrounded by fake friends, constant drama, or emotional chaos, and they just want a place to be real. That's why I created a Patreon community, a private space where you can open up, share what you're going through, and get my personal insights. It's also where you can request specific video topics if there's something you're struggling with that you want me to break down here on the channel. If you're serious about growth, peace, and self-awareness, you'll fit right in. The link is below. Now, let's get into it. Here are things fake people always say, and the hidden truth behind each one. 1. Cut excuses. Excuses are not just words, they are invisible prisons. Most people don't realize they are trapped because the bars are made of comforting stories they tell themselves. I'm tired. I wasn't born with advantages. I don't have the right connections. I'll do it when the timing is better. These phrases sound reasonable, but Marcus Aurelius would have recognized them for what they truly are: a slow surrender of the will. Because the moment you accept an excuse, you give away your authority over your own life. Excuses are emotional sedatives. An excuse doesn't hurt, it soothes. It calms the discomfort of knowing you could do more. It removes the sting of discipline. It tells you you're fine, you tried. It's not your fault, but growth is born in discomfort. The Stoics believed that suffering is not the enemy, avoidance is. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not be overheard complaining, even to yourself, because complaining is just an excuse wearing a different mask." Every excuse weakens your identity. Every time you make an excuse, something invisible changes inside you. You are teaching your mind a dangerous lesson. That effort is optional. That accountability is negotiable. That your standards are flexible. And once your standards become flexible, your future becomes fragile. This is how people become trapped in lives they secretly hate. Not through tragedy, but through small repeated acts of self-betrayal. A Stoic example that cuts deep. Imagine a man who wants to transform his life. He knows he must wake up early. He knows he must work when it's uncomfortable. He knows he must sacrifice distractions. But every morning, he hits snooze. I'll start when I feel more motivated. I just need a little more rest. Tomorrow will be better. Months pass, nothing changes. Then another man, same struggles, same fear, same fatigue, decides something different. He acts despite how he feels. One man listens to his excuses, the other listens to his duty. 6 months later, they are no longer living the same life. Excuses protect the ego, but kill the future. Your ego hates responsibility, because responsibility means if your life is broken, you had something to do with it. So the ego creates excuses, blame circumstances, blame people, blame bad luck, blame the system, anything except yourself. But Marcus Aurelius believed that power begins the moment you stop blaming. He wrote, "If something is within your power, why do you do it? If it is not, why do you blame yourself or others? This is the Stoic razor. Control what you can, release what you cannot. Excuse nothing. The brutal truth. You don't need more motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. You need discipline. And discipline begins where excuses die. When you cut excuses, your life becomes brutally honest. You stop lying to yourself. You stop pretending you can't. You face reality, and reality begins to respond. Why 2026 demands this from you? 2026 will not reward wishful thinkers. It will reward the ones who wake up when it's hard, who act when it's uncomfortable, who show up when no one is watching. Excuses will not survive in the life you are trying to build. Final Stoic message. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire. While sick, betrayed, and under constant pressure, he didn't say, "It's too hard." He said, "Do what must be done." That is the voice of a man who cannot be defeated. And when you cut excuses, you become the same. 2. Cut false friends. False friends are far more dangerous than enemies. An enemy is obvious. You see them, you hear them, you prepare for them. A false friend is invisible armor hiding a dagger. They smile when you arrive, laugh at your jokes, celebrate your small wins, but in the shadows they wish for your downfall. Marcus Aurelius understood this intuitively. He wrote, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that." Betrayal is rarely violent. It is subtle, creeping, and often disguised as loyalty. False friends are not against you openly. They are against your growth. They are not enemies of your body, but enemies of your soul. Why false friends are so dangerous? False friends are the silent killers of ambition. They will never stop you with swords or threats, but they will do the far more insidious work of quieting your courage, dampening your ambitions, and convincing you to stay small. They will say things like, "Why are you working so hard? You're changing too fast. Don't leave us behind." These words sound harmless, even affectionate, but they are chains disguised as concern. The Stoics called this living in accordance with truth, and false friends are the opposite. They are living in accordance with fear, yours, theirs, and the world's. They do not want you to fail openly. They want you to never rise at all. The hidden war of subtle betrayal. The most dangerous battles are the ones you never notice. False friends do not openly attack. They undermine slowly, by encouraging your comfort over discipline, by normalizing excuses and distractions, by making you doubt yourself when you think clearly, by celebrating your stagnation while you pursue excellence. They are not enemies, they are mirrors reflecting your worst fears. And if you are not careful, you will begin to rely on their approval instead of your own judgment. The Stoics warned against this. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. False friends ensure you never begin. A powerful example. Imagine two men who grew up together. The first man decides to rise. He wants discipline. He wants growth. He wants mastery over his mind and his life. The second man remains the same, comfortable, safe, stagnant. At first, the friendship survives. The stagnant friend laughs at the ambitious one's small victories, but secretly resents the change. Over time, those jokes become criticisms. Why do you always work so hard? Why can't you just relax? Why are you acting like you're better than us? And when the ambitious man refuses to stop pursuing excellence, resentment grows into subtle sabotage, a forgotten invitation, a whispered criticism, a small lie, all invisible blows that leave no scar, but weaken the spirit. The ambitious man wonders, Was I wrong to rise? Were they ever my friends? The truth is clear to the Stoic eye. They were never friends in the first place. They were comfortable spectators hoping you would fail quietly, so they could feel superior without effort. The Stoic lens on friendship, Marcus Aurelius, and the Stoics valued people who strengthened virtue. They believed character is contagious, energy is transferred silently, surroundings shape your soul. A person who celebrates your weakness will eventually infect your mind with it. A person who envies your growth will eventually poison your ambition. Therefore, the Stoics asked not, "Who likes me?" They asked, "Who is good for me?" And they cut away everyone who was not. Why cutting false friends feels painful? Cutting ties with a false friend hurts, because there is a memory of who they used to be, who you thought they were, and the time you invested. But pain is temporary, weakness is permanent. Every false friend tolerated teaches your mind how to be small, how to compromise on values, how to accept betrayal, how to fear growth. And every moment spent clinging to them is a moment stolen from your potential. The brutal truth: you cannot grow in the same soil that once poisoned you. You cannot rise beside someone whose joy depends on your stagnation. To evolve, you must let go, completely and without hesitation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." The same applies to false friends. Cut them, and you remove the poison before it spreads. The deep Stoic message: friendship is not about comfort, convenience, or nostalgia. Friendship is a partnership of virtue. It is a mirror reflecting the strength you must cultivate within yourself. False friends reflect only weakness and fear. True friends reflect courage, discipline, and integrity. Your circle shapes your soul, quietly, invisibly, inevitably. Surround yourself with those who demand excellence. Surround yourself with those who see your potential and push you toward it. Surround yourself with those who do not compete with your growth. They celebrate it and remove the rest. Final message: false friends will drain your energy, distort your self-image, and delay your destiny. Cut them without anger, without drama, without explanation. Because peace is more valuable than loyalty to people who secretly hope you never outgrow them. When you release them, you are not losing people. You are reclaiming yourself. You are carving space in your life for strength, for growth, for freedom. And that is exactly what Marcus Aurelius would have done. 3. Cut people who disrespect your time. Time is life. Every second you spend is a second of your existence you will never get back. Yet, most people treat it as if it is infinite, handing it away to anyone who asks, and often to those who do not deserve it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Time is the ultimate currency, and false friends, opportunists, and inconsiderate people are thieves. They steal it without guilt, without recognition, and without your consent. If you allow it, cut them. Why time is your most valuable asset. Money can be earned. Power can be seized. Reputation can be rebuilt. Time, never. Once a moment is gone, it disappears into eternity. It cannot be returned, replaced, or redeemed. Yet, countless people allow others to dictate their schedule, their priorities, their focus, as if other people's agendas were more important than their own lives. Consider this: every unnecessary meeting, every meaningless conversation, every distraction is a vote. A vote for mediocrity, a vote for someone else's life over your own. The subtle forms of disrespect of your time, rarely comes with malice. It is subtle, People who are chronically late. People who text you endlessly without purpose. People who promise and never deliver. People who only call when they need something. You might think it's not that serious, but the truth is that respect for your time is respect for your life. And anyone who ignores it is silently telling you, your life is not as valuable as mine. A Stoic example. Imagine two friends. The first one understands the value of time. When he asks for help, he is brief, purposeful, and mindful. He respects your schedule. The second one does the opposite. He calls when it's inconvenient. He monopolizes your attention. He makes excuses when it comes time to reciprocate. You help him once. You help him twice. You help him 100 times. And each time, something inside you shrinks a little. Your patience erodes. Your energy depletes. Your focus drifts. By the end, you wonder why you feel so exhausted, while he remains unchanged. Marcus Aurelius would say, do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. And cutting ties with people who disrespect your time is not revenge. It is preservation. Why cutting these people is hard. It is difficult because society teaches us to value relationships over boundaries. We are told, be polite, be accommodating, be available. But the Stoics knew better. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that virtue is the only true guide, not convenience, social pressure, or fear of rejection. Boundaries are not cruelty, they are courage. The cost of tolerating time thieves. When you allow people to disrespect your time, several things happen. Your focus erodes. Time spent answering texts, attending meaningless calls, or waiting for someone who never shows steals hours of productivity and clarity. Your energy depletes. Each interruption leaves a residue of stress, distraction, and anxiety. Your growth slows. Every second spent serving others' agendas instead of your own is a second lost in your pursuit of mastery. Eventually you realize that you are not just tired, you are derailed from your destiny. The deep Stoic lesson Marcus Aurelius often reflected on impermanence. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Every wasted moment is a life unlived. Every compromise on your time is a compromise on your freedom. Every distraction you tolerate is a distraction from your purpose. A man who guards his time is a man who guards his soul. How to cut them without drama. You do not need to confront every time thief. You do not need to announce their removal. You simply act. Stop answering calls that waste your focus. Stop saying yes to meetings that do not serve your mission. Stop investing energy in people who do not respect it. Silence is your sword. Action is your shield. Marcus Aurelius would not have wasted words explaining his boundaries. He would have lived them. A life with respect for time. Imagine your life if every moment was protected. Your mornings are sacred. Your evenings are intentional. Your energy goes into creation, learning, and growth. Your relationships are chosen, not tolerated. Time becomes not a commodity, but a fortress. And in that fortress, nothing weak, distracting, or draining may enter. Final message: people who disrespect your time are not just rude, they are dangerous. They steal energy, dilute focus, and sabotage growth. And they do it casually, under the guise of friendship or need. Cut them, without guilt, without argument, without resentment. Your life is your most valuable possession, and if you do not protect it, no one else will. Remember Marcus Aurelius: waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one Cut distractions, cut chaos, cut the people who do not value your minutes. And suddenly the hours you have left become unstoppable power. 4. Cut envy. Envy is a silent poison. It whispers in your ear. They have more than you. They are better than you. You deserve this too. At first it feels like a small thought, a harmless frustration, but left unchecked, it grows like a shadow in your soul, clouding judgment, distorting perception, and weakening your resolve. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today." And yet, envy is one of the most universal human failings. It creeps in quietly, often under the guise of ambition, motivation, or even admiration. But envy does not drive you forward. It holds you back, shackling your mind to comparison, resentment, and wasted energy. Why envy is so dangerous? Envy is invisible, yet destructive. It poisons your thoughts. You resent success that isn't yours. You obsess over someone else's possessions, achievements, or recognition. You measure your worth by the lives of others, instead of your own. And worst of all, it steals your peace. It makes you restless, discontented, and anxious. It turns small wins into meaningless gestures because the mind is focused on someone else's life instead of your own. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that true freedom comes from within, and that looking outward for validation or comparison is the path to misery. A powerful example: consider two men. The first man sees a colleague get promoted and feels envy. He resents the recognition, the money, the praise, and he dwells on it every day. His mind is consumed with the unfairness of life. He works harder, not from discipline, but from frustration. Every achievement feels hollow because his eyes are fixed on someone else. The second man sees the same promotion and thinks differently. He asks himself, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve myself? How can I grow without resentment?" One man lives in the shadow of someone else's success. The other lives in the light of his own potential. The difference is subtle, but the consequences are monumental. The Stoic approach to envy, Marcus Aurelius, believed that the mind must be trained like a fortress. You cannot stop the world from prospering, nor should you want to, but you can control your thoughts, your responses, and your comparisons. He wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Follow reason and virtue. Envy is neither virtuous nor reasonable. It is a distraction, a thief of peace and focus." To cut envy, you must train yourself to focus inward. Compare yourself only to your past self, not to others. Celebrate others. True strength lies in appreciating progress without feeling threatened. Control desire. Wanting what is rightfully yours is one thing. Craving what is another's is weakness. Practice gratitude. Recognize what you already have, instead of longing for what you don't. Why cutting envy is hard. Envy often masquerades as ambition. It convinces you that your drive is righteous, when in truth it is rooted in comparison, not purpose. It is hard to admit that someone else's success is their story, not a reflection of your failure. It is hard to see another rise and remain calm, but this is the mark of inner mastery. When envy grips you, you are still a child of circumstance. When envy is released, you become the master of your own mind. The deep Stoic lesson. The Stoics believed that happiness cannot come from outside. Wealth, recognition, praise, these are fleeting. What matters is virtue, discipline, and control of the mind. Envy is the opposite of all three. It chains you to the achievements of others, the opinions of strangers, and the illusion of scarcity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Envy is a form of misplaced care. It wastes energy, poisons relationships, and corrupts the soul. A life without envy. Imagine a life where you no longer compare yourself to anyone else. Every morning, you wake up measuring progress against your own past, not someone else's present. Every victory is celebrated. Every failure is learned from, without resentment. Every relationship becomes a source of inspiration, rather than competition. You become free. Free from distraction, free from resentment, free from the chains of the world's opinion. That is the Stoic ideal. Final message: envy is a thief that robs you of your only true possessions: time, peace, and self-respect. Cut it, not with anger, not with denial, but with awareness, discipline, and inner focus. Focus on your journey, cultivate gratitude, and measure yourself only by your own growth. When you do, you will discover that life is no longer a competition. It is a path of mastery. And that is the difference between a mind ruled by envy and a mind ruled by reason. If you want, I can continue with #5. Cut the need to be liked in the same ultra-long cinematic Stoic style, so your full 20-point script will be consistent and cinematic. 5. Cut unnecessary drama. Drama is the currency of weakness. It demands attention, consumes energy, and keeps the mind tied to chaos instead of clarity. Most people live surrounded by it. Friends, family, co-workers, social media, and they call it life. But Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, would see it for what it truly is: a distraction from virtue, a poison to the soul, and a thief of peace. He wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Drama stains the mind red with anxiety, resentment, and chaos. It colors every thought, every decision, every action, and if you allow it to dominate your life, it will eventually define it. Why drama is so dangerous? Drama is addictive because it tricks the mind into feeling important. When people gossip, fight, or create chaos, they appear significant, even in misery. But significance built on chaos is fragile. It is temporary. Drama is dangerous because it drains energy. Every emotional reaction consumes mental strength, destroys focus. Your attention is pulled from purpose towards spectacle, breeds resentment. It encourages comparison, judgment, and grievance. Seduces ego. The ego thrives on being in the center of conflict. And worst of all, it spreads. One drama invites another, until your life is no longer yours, but a stage for everyone else's conflict. The Stoic perspective, Marcus Aurelius, taught that the world is full of irrationality. People will act unfairly. They will provoke you. They will seek attention. But he believed that your reaction is your power. Drama is only powerful if you let it control you. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Don't be affected by what's outside your control. Drama is external. Its influence exists only because you give it power. Cut it, not by confrontation or aggression, but by withdrawal and focus. A powerful example: imagine two colleagues in an office. The first is constantly involved in drama. Gossip spreads around them, conflicts ignite, and their attention is stolen by every minor argument. They are emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, and their work suffers. Their growth is stunted. The second colleague sees the drama, but refuses to participate. They observe, they act where necessary, and then they return to their purpose. Their mind remains clear, their energy intact, their focus unbroken. Both experience the same environment. One allows it to control their life. The other cuts it silently, effortlessly, and thrives. Drama is a choice. Many people believe drama is unavoidable, that it is a product of life itself. It is not. Drama exists because people choose to engage with it. Social media notifications, heated arguments, attention-seeking behavior, all of these are invitations. You are free to accept or refuse. Marcus Aurelius believed in choosing reason over impulse, virtue over reaction. He would have observed drama with detachment, acted only when necessary, and never wasted energy on spectacle. Why cutting drama feels hard? Drama is loud, it screams for attention. It appeals to the mind's desire for stimulation and emotional highs. Cutting it requires courage. Cutting it requires discipline. Cutting it requires choosing peace over pleasure, clarity over chaos. You may feel lonely at first. People may try to pull you back in. They may call you indifferent, cold, or detached. This is the test of a Stoic, to value inner peace above external approval. The deep Stoic lesson drama is a reflection of weakness, not yours, but theirs. It is the result of minds that cannot control impulses, people who cannot take responsibility, and souls that thrive on distraction. The Stoics believed that life is fleeting. Every moment wasted in unnecessary conflict is a moment stolen from growth, learning, and mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Drama is never part of that. A life without drama. Imagine a life where you cut unnecessary drama completely. No gossip, no arguments, no meaningless conflicts. Emotional energy preserved for creation, reflection, and growth. Focus on your goals, not the chaos of others. Relationships chosen for virtue, not entertainment. Your life becomes a calm fortress, immune to the petty storms others create. You will notice something incredible when drama is gone. Clarity, power, and peace expand exponentially. Final message: unnecessary drama is a parasite. It feeds on attention, energy, and time, and it will consume your life, slowly, silently, if you allow it. Cut it without guilt. Cut it without explanation. Choose focus over distraction. Choose calm over chaos. Choose growth over spectacle. And remember Marcus Aurelius, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose your colors wisely. 6. Cut oversharing. Your words are powerful. Your attention is powerful. Your life is powerful. And yet, most people give it all away. Oversharing is the quiet surrender of your boundaries, your dignity, and your inner power. It is giving others a map to your weaknesses, a roadmap to your insecurities, and a blueprint for manipulation, often without realizing it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let men see, let them know, but let the mind remain untouched." Oversharing is the opposite of this principle. It is exposing the mind before it is ready, offering pieces of yourself that do not need to be offered, and teaching the world how to manipulate your emotions. Why oversharing is dangerous? Oversharing disguises weakness as honesty. It feels like connection. It feels like authenticity. But often it is a mask for seeking validation from others, reassuring your fragile ego, inviting control over your thoughts and feelings. Every time you tell someone your plans, your fears, your struggles, or your ambitions too early. You give them power over your life. They can judge, criticize, sabotage, or manipulate. The Stoics taught that the mind must remain disciplined. Oversharing is the opposite. It leaves your mind exposed to distraction, judgment, and chaos. A powerful example: imagine a man who constantly shares his struggles with everyone around him. He tells his friends every fear. He tells his co-workers every doubt. He broadcasts his ambitions to everyone with an opinion. He believes he is being honest, authentic, and vulnerable. But what happens? The weak exploit his insecurities. The envious resent his ambition. The careless judge his vulnerability. His life becomes a battlefield of external opinion. His peace erodes. His focus fragments. His growth slows. Now imagine another man. He keeps his struggles to himself. He shares only with those who earn his trust. He speaks with purpose, not impulse. He is the same human, with the same challenges, but his energy is preserved. His mind is disciplined. His growth is unstoppable. The Stoic perspective, Marcus Aurelius often wrote in his private journal, not for approval, not for applause, not for attention, but for self-mastery. The Stoics believed your mind is a fortress. Your thoughts are treasures. Not everything needs to be shared. Oversharing weakens your fortress. It leaks energy, attention, and control. True strength is not proving yourself to others. It is holding your power in silence until it is necessary to act. Why cutting oversharing is hard? Oversharing feels natural because it gives immediate reward. A like, a nod, a compliment. It temporarily soothes the ego. It feels like connection, even if the connection is shallow. But the Stoic understands the cost. Every shared weakness is ammunition for others. Every disclosed plan is a tool for distraction. Every emotional confession without wisdom is a surrender. Cutting oversharing requires discipline. Cutting it requires patience. Cutting it requires a shift from validation to self-respect. A life without oversharing. Imagine a life where you speak only what is necessary, meaningful, and disciplined. Your words carry weight. Your plans remain guarded until they manifest. Your energy is reserved for growth, action, and virtue. Your mind is untouched by the opinions of the careless. You will notice a transformation. Your presence becomes powerful. Your focus becomes sharp. Your relationships become fewer, but infinitely deeper. The world cannot manipulate what you do not give away. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. Silence is freedom. The deep Stoic lesson. The Stoics taught that your life is yours first, and others' opinions are secondary. Every unnecessary word, every premature confession, every open-ended sharing is a handing away of your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be like a rock. No matter the waves, it remains unmoved. Speak only when it benefits virtue and reason." Oversharing moves the rock. It allows the waves to shape the stone instead of the stone shaping itself. Final message: cut oversharing. Do not apologize for holding your mind sacred. Do not justify silence. Do not fear judgment for discretion. Your life is not a story for everyone to read. It is a story you write, control, and live. When you stop giving away pieces of your mind and your purpose, you reclaim energy, power, and clarity, and you step closer to the unshakable life Marcus Aurelius envisioned. 7. Cut the need for revenge. Revenge is one of the most seductive traps the human mind can fall into. It whispers in your ear, "They hurt you. They wronged you. You deserve to make them suffer. At first, it feels justified. It feels righteous. It feels necessary. But Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, would see it for what it truly is, a poison that first infects the mind of the seeker. He wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Think about that. The mind that seeks vengeance is already enslaved. It is already tethered to the actions, words, and failures of another. Revenge does not free you. It keeps you chained to the very person or circumstance that wounded you. Why? Revenge is dangerous. Revenge is dangerous because it masks itself as justice. It convinces the mind that satisfaction comes from retaliation. It disguises obsession as morality. It turns every thought, every plan, every heartbeat towards someone else's pain. When you pursue revenge, your energy is stolen. Your focus is fragmented. Your peace of mind is sacrificed. Your growth slows because your attention is on the past, not your future. The Stoics believed that virtue and wisdom are the only true measures of life. Seeking revenge is the opposite of both. It places your happiness, your discipline, and your values in the hands of someone else. A powerful example: consider two men who are betrayed. The first man is consumed with thoughts of retaliation. He crafts elaborate plans. He replays the incident endlessly. He dreams of making them pay. And yet, nothing changes. The betrayal still exists. The wound still festers. And with every passing day, he loses more of himself to the fire of revenge. The second man is hurt. Yes, but he does something radically different. He observes, he reflects, he accepts, and then he moves forward. He focuses on his own growth, his own mastery, his own peace. The first man is enslaved by his enemy. The second man is free. And Marcus Aurelius would say, freedom is not in your circumstances, but in your response to them. The Stoic perspective. The Stoics taught that nothing outside the mind can truly harm you. The insult cannot wound your character. The betrayal cannot steal your virtue. The offense cannot touch your reason. What matters is how you choose to respond. Revenge is a surrender. It is giving your mind, your time, and your energy over to someone who does not deserve it. Marcus Aurelius reflected constantly on impermanence and control. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Follow reason and virtue. Seeking revenge is neither right nor rational. It is emotional indulgence, masquerading as justice. Why cutting the need for revenge feels hard? Revenge feels satisfying in the moment. It appeals to pride. It appeals to ego. It offers the illusion of control. But this satisfaction is fleeting. It is a sugar that rots the soul. Cutting the need for revenge requires strength, a strength that goes beyond anger. It requires patience, reflection, and the discipline to let life itself deliver justice through your continued growth and excellence. A life without revenge. Imagine a life where you are untethered from grudges. Every setback is a lesson, not a punishment. Every insult is an opportunity to strengthen patience and resilience. Every betrayal becomes a mirror of your own boundaries and values. You will notice something extraordinary. When you let go of revenge, the mind becomes light, clear, and unstoppable. You no longer chase shadows. You no longer waste energy. You no longer allow someone else to dictate your peace. Freedom is your reward, and power is your ally. The deep Stoic lesson, Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the only true victory is mastery over oneself. Revenge is an illusion of victory. It is an emotional trap that keeps you small, reactive, and dependent on external circumstances. The Stoics teach: protect your mind, guard your peace, focus on growth, virtue, and reason. Those who harm you are not in control. Your response is, final message, cut the need for revenge. Do not justify hatred. Do not allow grudges to linger. Do not give others power over your emotions. Live with the calm, disciplined focus of Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When you do, you transform your mind into a fortress, untouchable, unstoppable, and free. Peace becomes your weapon, wisdom becomes your shield, and the only person you answer to is your higher self. Eat. Cut the old version of you. The person you were yesterday is not the person you must be tomorrow. Yet most people carry the weight of their past selves as if it were a badge of honor. They cling to old habits, outdated beliefs, toxic patterns, and mistakes, and call it identity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." This principle extends far beyond injuries. It applies to every version of yourself that no longer serves your growth, power, and virtue. To evolve, you must cut the old version of you, completely, decisively, without hesitation. Why letting go of the old self is so hard? The past is seductive. It comforts you with familiarity. It soothes your fear of change. It tells you that what you were defines what you can be. But that is a lie. Your old self may have been weak, fearful, or indecisive, consumed by jealousy, self-pity, or anger, enslaved by bad habits, toxic relationships, or procrastination. And every time you cling to it, you sabotage your future. You reinforce patterns that hold you small. You live in yesterday while tomorrow slips through your fingers. The Stoics understood this clearly. Life is impermanent, and holding on to the past is a refusal to embrace what is possible. A powerful example. Imagine a man who has struggled with fear of confrontation, procrastination, and low self-esteem. If he clings to that identity, he will never step into his power. He will continue to react to life instead of acting with purpose. He will apologize for dreams before they are realized and wait for approval that may never come. Now imagine he decides to cut the old version of himself. He discards fear as a guide. He replaces procrastination with discipline. He refuses to seek validation where it does not matter. He keeps the lessons from the past, but he discards the chains. He does not erase history. He transforms it into wisdom, and suddenly he is free to create the person he is meant to be. The Stoic perspective, Marcus Aurelius, believed that growth is an unending journey, and the only way to move forward is to shed what no longer serves you. He wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig." Your old self is buried in the soil of habit and comfort. You must dig through it, remove the dead roots, and plant seeds of virtue, discipline, and purpose. To do this, recognize patterns that no longer serve your growth. Accept responsibility for who you have been. Let go of attachments, regrets, and excuses. Focus relentlessly on becoming the person you must be. The Stoic does not mourn the old self. The Stoic transcends it. Why cutting the old self feels painful? Letting go of old habits, old thoughts, and old patterns is uncomfortable. Old routines feel safe, even if they harm you. Old beliefs feel familiar, even if they limit you. Old failures feel like part of your identity, even if they do not define your potential. Pain is temporary. Growth is permanent. The Stoic chooses growth. The Stoic endures the discomfort of leaving the past behind. A life after shedding the old self. Imagine a life where you have cut the old version of yourself. Fear no longer dictates your actions. Doubt no longer controls your decisions. Regret no longer chains your energy. Purpose, clarity, and discipline guide your every move. You wake up each day unburdened by yesterday. You make choices intentionally. You focus relentlessly on mastery, virtue, and action. The past becomes a teacher, not a prison. The old self is no longer a weight. It is fuel. The deep Stoic lesson: your identity is fluid, not fixed. To cling to the old self is to resist life itself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." The old version of you is a ghost, haunting your potential. Cut it decisively. Cut it without regret. Because who you were is irrelevant. Who you become is everything. Final message: cut the old version of yourself. Let go of fear, doubt, and procrastination. Abandon toxic habits and limiting beliefs. Shed attachments that hold you in the past. Your future self is waiting, disciplined, strong, and unshakable. And the only way to meet that self is to release who you no longer need to be. The Stoics teach transformation is not addition, it is subtraction. Cut ruthlessly, cut consistently, cut the old version of you, and step fully into the person you were meant to become. 9. Cut toxic loyalty. Loyalty is often praised as a virtue, but loyalty without wisdom, loyalty without boundaries, loyalty without discernment is dangerous. It becomes a chain that binds you to people, places, and patterns that drain your energy, limit your growth, and compromise your peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and toxic loyalty distorts those thoughts. It tells you to endure, to tolerate, to sacrifice your well-being, all in the name of sticking by them." Why toxic loyalty is dangerous? Toxic loyalty is a slow poison. It convinces you that loyalty is absolute, even when it comes at the cost of virtue, clarity, and self-respect. It often manifests as staying in friendships that undermine you, enduring relationships that exploit you, protecting people who would not protect you, sacrificing your peace for approval, obligation, or guilt. Every time you ignore your instincts to preserve a connection, you betray your own values. Every time you tolerate behavior that disrespects your boundaries, you validate weakness, both in them and in yourself. The Stoics believed that virtue and reason must always guide loyalty, not habit, fear, or guilt. A powerful example: imagine a man who remains loyal to a friend who constantly belittles him. He defends them publicly. He excuses their selfishness privately. He sacrifices his own time, energy, and peace for the sake of this loyalty. Months pass, years pass, and what does he receive in return? Gratitude? Respect? Care? No, only more demands, disrespect, and subtle manipulation. Now imagine another man, same friend, same situation. He honors loyalty only when it aligns with virtue and mutual respect. He cuts ties when loyalty becomes toxic, draining, or destructive. He preserves his energy, peace, and integrity. The first man is bound. The second man is free. Marcus Aurelius would not have sacrificed his reason or his virtue for the sake of loyalty. He would have honored justice over habit, wisdom over obligation. The Stoic perspective. The Stoics taught that your mind and character are the only true possessions you can protect. Toxic loyalty compromises them. It forces you to tolerate injustice, accept disrespect, and sacrifice your growth. all to maintain an illusion of devotion. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Follow reason and virtue. Loyalty that conflicts with reason or virtue is no loyalty at all. It is weakness disguised as devotion." Why cutting toxic loyalty feels painful? Loyalty is a powerful emotional bond. It appeals to love, history, gratitude, and social pressure. Cutting it feels like betrayal, even when it is the truest act of self-preservation. But Stoic strength is forged in discomfort. Peace, clarity, and virtue require the courage to let go of attachments that harm you. A life free from toxic loyalty. Imagine a life where your loyalty is sacred and deliberate. You honor relationships that respect your boundaries. You support people who value your presence. You remain aligned with virtue, reason, and self-respect. No energy is wasted on those who drain, manipulate, or belittle. No attention is sacrificed to maintain appearances or satisfy guilt. Every action is intentional, every bond is chosen. Freedom begins the moment you stop sacrificing yourself for loyalty that is undeserved. The deep Stoic lesson: true loyalty is rooted in virtue, not obligation. It protects what matters. It serves what is just. It aligns with reason and integrity. Everything else is a trap. Everything else is a chain. The Stoics valued the mind's sovereignty over social expectation. To honor loyalty blindly is to surrender that sovereignty. To cut toxic loyalty is to reclaim it. Final message: cut toxic loyalty. Do not confuse loyalty with weakness. Do not sacrifice your energy, your peace, or your growth for someone who does not deserve it. Do not tolerate disrespect under the guise of devotion. Your loyalty is powerful. Guard it, deploy it wisely, and reserve it for those who honor it as much as you do. Marcus Aurelius would remind you, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Your loyalty must serve virtue, not attachment. Cut the rest and step into freedom, power, and clarity. 10. Cut mental laziness. The mind is a battlefield, and mental laziness is one of the most insidious enemies you will ever face. It disguises itself as comfort, distraction, or even relaxation. It whispers, "Don't think too hard. Don't challenge yourself. Just follow the path of least resistance." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The mind adapts itself to whatever it chooses to dwell upon. If you dwell on ease, distraction, or shallow pursuits, your mind becomes weak. It grows sluggish, obedient to habit, and blind to opportunity." Mental laziness is not mere idleness. It is the surrender of your potential. Why mental laziness is dangerous? Mental laziness is a quiet thief. It dulls judgment, making you vulnerable to manipulation, breeds excuses, justifying inaction and mediocrity, weakens discipline, leaving habits unchecked, prevents growth, leaving potential untapped. It does not announce itself with drama or fanfare. It is subtle. The extra hour spent scrolling, the repeated procrastination, the refusal to think critically about your life. Before you realize it, years of your life have been surrendered, not to enemies, not to circumstance, but to your own unwillingness to engage your mind. A powerful example. Consider two students. The first chooses mental laziness. They memorize, imitate, and follow instructions without thought. They complain about difficulty, blame circumstance, and avoid challenges. Years pass, and they achieve little. Their potential remains locked behind a cage of comfort. The second student refuses to let laziness dictate their mind. They read, question, and challenge everything. They embrace difficulty, discomfort, and reflection. Years pass, and they become unstoppable. A master of knowledge, strategy, and insight. Both had the same resources, the same opportunities. The difference? Mental engagement, discipline, willpower. The Stoic perspective, Marcus Aurelius, often reminded himself that the mind is the source of all power and peace. If your mind is lazy, you will be reactive, not proactive. If your mind is lazy, your emotions will run unchecked. If your mind is lazy, the world will shape you instead of the other way around. The Stoics believed in cultivating reason, focus, and mastery. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Mental laziness is arguing with yourself while standing still. Cut it. Train the mind. Strengthen it like a muscle. Make it a weapon. Why? Cutting mental laziness feels hard. Mental laziness is comfortable. It avoids risk. It avoids thinking deeply. It avoids responsibility. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Every moment you choose distraction over reflection, avoidance over discipline, you are surrendering your power. Cutting mental laziness requires discomfort, courage, and persistence. Reading instead of scrolling, thinking instead of reacting, learning instead of repeating ignorance. The Stoic embraces this discomfort because it is the gateway to mastery. A life without mental laziness. Imagine a life where mental laziness is gone. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. Every problem is approached with clarity and reason. Every decision is deliberate, not impulsive. Your mind is sharp, disciplined, and unshakable. You become unstoppable. Obstacles no longer intimidate. Opinions of others no longer distract. The world moves, but your mind leads. This is freedom, this is power, this is Stoicism in practice. The deep Stoic lesson: your mind is your fortress, your weapon, and your sanctuary. Mental laziness surrenders all three. It tells you that comfort is superior to discipline. It convinces you that distraction is better than clarity. It binds your potential in invisible chains. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. What color do you want your mind to wear? Weakness, distraction, and mediocrity, or sharpness, focus, and mastery? Final message: cut mental laziness. Challenge your mind daily. Read, reflect, and learn constantly. Avoid distractions that weaken your thoughts. Train your focus like a weapon. Do not surrender your potential to ease. Do not allow comfort to dictate your life. Do not be a spectator in your own story. Discipline your mind. Sharpen it. Hone it, because mental mastery is the foundation of freedom, virtue, and unstoppable power. 2026 will not wait for you. It will arrive whether you are ready or not. Most people will enter it carrying the same weight that destroyed their past. Toxic relationships, bad habits, weak mindsets, unnecessary drama, old versions of themselves that no longer serve them. But you are not most people. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Every moment is finite. Every choice is an opportunity. And the greatest acts of strength, freedom, and self-respect are not what you add to your life, but what you remove from it. Cut the distractions. Cut the negativity. Cut the excuses. Cut the old self. Cut the things that drain your energy, cloud your mind, and compromise your peace. This is not punishment. This is liberation. because life is too short to give your time, energy, and focus to what does not serve you. When you cut ruthlessly and consistently, something incredible happens. Clarity replaces chaos. Power replaces weakness. Peace replaces distraction. Purpose replaces complacency. The person you become in 2026 depends entirely on what you decide to eliminate. So step into the year with courage, discipline, and reason. Protect your mind. Guard your energy. Honor your time. And let 2026 be the year you shed the unnecessary, the toxic, and the weak, and rise into the strongest, most unstoppable version of yourself. Remember, the world will challenge you. People will test you. Circumstances will tempt you. But a disciplined mind, a guarded heart, and a purposeful life are untouchable. Cut what holds you back. Own yourself. Own your year. Own your life.